Alright, what's going on, guys? Yeah, this is just a thing to help me stop procrastinating. Felt like, maybe I could just record and, I wouldn't get as distracted. Something like that. Um, Probably just gonna throw this up on YouTube, maybe make more things like this, just 'cause, I feel like this would, like I said, be a good way to, keep me distracted, from procrastination. Uh, Oh God, even still, this is definitely nerve-wracking. Just talking into space for some reason. But yeah, for the zero audience that I have, my name is Paul Donk. Uh, I am a student at Full Sail University doing stuff like this. I'm in my last month, so uh, yeah, just working on my demo reel and stuff. But getting a little bit of senioritis, kind of slacking. So figured I would, like I've said for the third time now, do something like this. Just kind of keep talking and working and what have you, so that way I can get a decent amount of this done. But uh, but yeah, so I'm gonna do my best to keep talking. Maybe I'll get silent. Maybe I won't. Uh, I would like to not get silent at all, I guess. Only because, hold on. There's my reference. Sweet. I feel like maybe becoming a YouTuber of of some sort would be pretty dope, you know. Um, I've always thought of it as being a cool option, although I would, as you can see from what I'm doing, I would like to be a character modeler of some degree for, whatever company that would hire a young little boy like myself. But yeah, you know, um, so I'm just out here, just making a creature. Uh, Concept is right here. Um, I don't know this guy's name. Can't read it through his little signature, but he's on ArtStation. I'll put the link in the description if I remember. But you know, we'll see how that goes, with the memory and whatnot. But yeah, uh, so going back to what I said before, yeah, I think doing YouTube would be pretty dope. Um, Obviously, seems a bit nerve-wracking only because I'm not too good at the whole public speech type deal, I guess. Um, Based on my stopping mid sentences and stuttering and what have you. But yeah, obviously, you listen to YouTubers, you watch them, they'll have stories of how they start or even watching their earlier content of people you enjoy watching currently. And I assume that a lot of them maybe started something like this, just talking into air, building an audience, being nervous, I guess, but the confidence comes with time, for sure. Um, Obviously, there can be a sense of false confidence as well, like I would love to have emerged currently, because I feel like I'm freaking out right now, but that's okay. Um, yeah, you know, jitters and whatnot. I feel like your boy is shaking over here, but I feel like I keep saying like I've said before, but yeah, like I said before, uh, don't even remember what I was gonna say. Good job, me. You are legendary. Um, yup. What am I doing? Huh. Yeah, but I guess just to change topic, maybe I'll remember whatever I was saying before. But just working on the kind of rocky things on the shoulders. Obviously, these are all the same rocks, so I feel like I might need to append a new sphere. You know what? Let me just go ahead and do do that right now. Scroll down on my subtools over here. Append. Just gonna throw in another cylinder. Yeah, but I guess for those of you that are may watch in the future, not watching right now because I think I only have one subscriber, and I'm assuming that's just somebody I know. You know, if you're watching this at some point in the future and you're like, hey, Paul, that's your name, right? What is this? Well, listener, this is a 3D sculpting idiot. This is a 3D sculpting program called ZBrush. It is a 2.5D, I believe. Obviously it looks 3D, but it's just 2.5D. It's all just images. Just a sculpting program, that modelers use to make characters. It doesn't necessarily have to be in ZBrush, but this is one of those programs that you could use, and is the one that I'm currently using. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is making another tool to add rocks, which I can sort of go through the process right now. So go into your subtool menu right here, scroll down to Append, and put in an item. It will show up on the bottom of your subtool list, and you can click on it. And if you have things in the way, like this body, just go over to the little eyeball icon, turn that off. But yeah, so then you can hit X to throw on symmetry. Now hold Shift and move the cursor to soften. But if you go to Geometry and then go to Dynamesh, I'm just going to throw my resolution to 64, then turn it on, just throw a little soften on there, and then Command drag into space. You get this. So before, it looked like that, and then turning on Dynamesh and doing it adds a lot more geometry to the model, so it's easier to soften the geometry to build it cleaner. I'm probably bad at explaining things, but also turn this on, the polygon, or whatever, the lines, it is a Shift F on the keyboard. Don't I sound professional? To all you pros watching in the future, or not watching, because why would you? You're going to be like, you suck. And I 100% agree with you. And then to those that are new to this might be like, he's a god. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is not true whatsoever. But, if you're just starting out, good luck. It's actually not as bad as you'd think. I myself am pretty not great at this, but practice makes perfect, as they say. Yeah, man, talking is quite difficult, not gonna lie. Yeah, oof, big oof, man. This is ridiculous out here. I don't know how these professionals really keep up conversation, I guess. I mean, obviously I have a lot to talk about if I just want to start talking about everything or just anything, but I guess that is just the whole point, is to keep myself distracted, keep myself working and whatnot. What am I doing? You know what? I'll keep that there. Why not? Yeah. Anything to reiterate? I don't know. Not really. But yeah, I'm just making like just making another like rock, so that way they don't all look the same on the model's shoulders. Kind of did the same for his arms. I'll show that when I'm done making this. But yeah, I mean, you can use the move tool, which is the BMV on the hotkeys. You can move move stuff around like this if you want to shape it a little bit different. And then BCB, which is the clay build-up tool. And you can just add some mush, you know what I mean? Some smush on your rock. Again, command drag into space with Dynamesh turned on to, oh, I guess I didn't really explain that, huh? So I guess the way that would work is, you know, you do this, right? Use the move tool and you're like, whoa, and then it stretches the polygons out, and that's bad topology, right? So then you hit command drag into space, and it remeshes it all to fit, you know, clean-ish. You would eventually retopologize, which is another process that I'm not going to go over because I'm not doing that right now. But yeah, or I guess Z remesh too, which is another thing. But like I said, not doing that, so I'm not going to really go over it. Yeah, so you're just using Dynamesh to like keep a cleanish topology while you're just sculpting. But yeah, so Shift F to turn off that. You know, clay build up like I said, and if you use BTD for the trim dynamic brush, which kind of just like flattens areas, you know. Just going for like a, you know, does this pass as a rock? If so, sweet. If not, rip. But you know, we're just gonna go ahead and be like, hey, you did a good job, Paul. Oh, thanks, guys. Much appreciated. So now, we're going to make this in itself a new brush. So to do that, you go over here to Brush, down to Create, open up that tab, Create Insert Mesh, going to hit New. Then, if you want to save it, like I do, I'm just going to go Save As. I have a folder with rock brushes, all these stone ones I made. That is a blockout for my thing that I can delete, and then all these up top are ones I bought from a guy on Gumroad. So J-Ron Rock something whatever. Shout out to you. I will be using those eventually, but so I'm just gonna stone underscore insert mesh 4. Gonna save that there. Yeah, and then you have yourself a brush. So what that's gonna do now, as you could see from when I was first doing things in the beginning, just gonna take that, and every time I drag with that brush on, it will just create a duplicate of it to as large or as small as I drag onto the space. So I'm gonna do that, right? We're going to decrease the draw size. So to get this little thing over here, you hold spacebar. Do some of this, you know, draw size. You don't need really any draw size because you're just dragging. You go, whoop, let go, hit W to get this little GUI tool. Rotate in space. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, this red is X rotation, blue is Z rotation, green is Y rotation. That's just the orientation in the space. So, Z is depth, X is left to right, or width, and Y is top bottom, which is length. But obviously the orientation on this is a little wacky, but it doesn't really matter if you really were stickler about it, I guess. So it's a little lock icon right here. You hold, what is it? It's a button. It's one of them. You hold Option, and you click on this little thing, and it resets the orientation to the proper orientation. But again, that doesn't really matter too much to me, because I'm just putting down rocks. But yeah, yeah, I guess I don't. Well, I guess yeah, it doesn't really matter. And I'm like, now I'm talking to myself. I felt like talking quieter would mean something different, but clearly I'm trying to talk out loud, so I don't know why I'm trying to be counterproductive. But yeah, like I said before, bet you haven't heard me say that one yet. Yeah, gonna throw this up on YouTube. Might as well. Like, it'd probably be something really funny to look back on, because I probably sound like I am going insane. but I think YouTube would be something that would be really cool to do. You know, um, I feel like whether I make it or not on YouTube doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess really the thing is like as long as you're having fun, right? That's the main thing. Um, which yeah, that would be the point of all of it. Uh, I'm out here in Florida right now, going to school, full sail, like I said before. But I graduate in about hmm, graduate in like 3.5 weeks, which is pretty scary. Not gonna lie about that one. Um, yeah, and then after that, I'll be moving to Austin, Texas, which is super super hype. Moving out there with my best bro. Gonna be living together. Be dope. You know. I've never lived with anybody before. Right now, I live on my own in an apartment, which is nice. Living by yourself is pretty dope. Like when I first moved out here after leaving New York, where I was raised for my entire life. It got a little depressing. Not gonna lie, me being surrounded by family and friends, and then going to an environment where you don't really know anybody, um, and you're just by yourself all the time. You come home and there's nobody to be like, oh hey, I'm home. You just walk in, kick your shoes off, and yeah, and then you're just alone for until you have class the following day. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, um, let's see, rocks. No, call him Dwayne Johnson. Know what I mean? Oh man, wow. Um, yeah, I mean, there's probably like advantages and disadvantages to living on your own. I mean, there's really no one to distract you but yourself. Like I said, the whole loneliness factor. If you're not really used to living on your own, it's a big change for sure. Um, you know, uh, from what I just said previously, definitely a big jump. Um, but nonetheless, uh, it's a good learning experience. Like learning whether that's something you prefer living on your own, or whether you realize, hey, I really do need some company around because I'm gonna lose my mind. For me, it's neither here nor there. Um, I could live on my own if I have to, but I also didn't feel like there were many people that I could live with that wouldn't drive me insane. I mean, I have a lot of people that I hold near and dear to my heart, but I think living with most of them wouldn't work out. It's better to be like, hey, I can catch you tomorrow than, oh, geez, we're living together, same quarters, 24/7 for the most part. And this dude that I'm living with, I feel like we pretty much mesh very well together. You know, I mean, he's family to me at this point. My best friend, pretty much of all time that I've met. Met him at Full Sail. Um, I there was a guy who told me once that some of the best friends you'll make are in college, and oh boy, he was not wrong. Um, not that I, not that I, you know what? I'm just gonna skip over that because there's no reason to talk about that. But yeah, um, yeah. So this dude that I'm gonna be living with, super super dope dude. One of the nicest people I know. Um, and also with that, um, we were talking about starting a YouTube channel together. Doing like a dual commentating kind of thing where like maybe I play a game and he backseats or vice versa. Obviously, we have different genres of games that we enjoy, but I feel like that would maybe attract a larger audience, or just whatever happens, happens. But I think it would be something fun to do, you know. And like I said before, whether whether we gain success from it or not, obviously I feel like gaining success from it would be the main goal. But as long as we're just kind of having a dope time doing it, that's really the main thing. So I'm all about that. I am using the brush that I would like to use it. Um, yeah. But yeah, and then again, also like making the move from New York to Florida, starting college on my own. With the support of my family and all that. Like, um, besides that, I was alone. But now I feel like, I'll be living with somebody that I can safely say um, will work out, and we should have no problems. Uh, I mean, knock on wood. But yeah, I mean, we've been friends for what, 2.5, almost 3 years now. Never been in a single argument really, because like I said, we mesh really well. Not same personalities or anything, but like, um, oh, it's because those are the same rocks. Those things are a different one. Yeah, and obviously I'm babbling, but again, the whole talking out loud, commentating thing will come with time. I feel like I'll probably try to do these every now and then, uh, just to keep myself working. Even though I'm working slow, it's better than what I was doing before. Brush. Um, where do you want to put this one? Let's see, reference. Not that it has to match it 100%, but I would. Let's make this one kind of big, and then if I can, nope. Let's go. Nope. Let's go. No. Let's go. No, I'm just gonna zoom back out of that one. Cool. If you ever want to undo anything, Command Z, and then Command Shift Z to redo your undo. Um, but yeah. Um, So let's see, what have I talked about? YouTube sort of kinda, Austin, collegey stuff, um, you know, but yeah, you know, so all that stuff will be pretty dope, pretty hyped about all that. I feel like I need to, no, I'm just gonna do that. Boot, just drag another one in, less large, um, only because I guess, it's probably some stuff I gotta work on before I even throw these rocks in, but where like the bicep is kind of pushed forward and the scapula and blah blah blah, word science, well, anatomy, not really, well, whatever. But I felt like that last rock I had was kind of pushing a little far in. Um, dude, push it up a bit maybe. Oh, I was like, where did those rocks go? Dude, surprised, there they are. Yeah. So I guess that's really the gist of everything. But I really haven't talked about anything. So yeah. What else? I am losing it. Yeah, it's also almost 5 in the morning. Got class at 11, but the doors to that room open at 9, so maybe I'll show up then. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What other? Obviously, there's way more rocks I could put in, but let's do this one again. Go this one here. Boop, boop. Pretty solid. Just move it over a little bit. Actually, cover that. Yeah. Then, oh, these are different. So, ooh, what is that one? merge to. Alright, well, for now, let's just go to split, group split, yup. We're just gonna boop, boop, and that. Okay, so we'll just gonna merge those down into one subtool. So then I can go like this. Now, what? Where is it attached to though? Found you, suckers. Look at that. So we're gonna go to the claws. We're going to go to. Oh man, if I split those, I'm gonna split the other claws though, huh? But I'm gonna need to split them anyway. So boop, get out of town. Just gonna go here. So that's that. Right. Just gonna mush that up. Maybe we'll just keep this clicked, right? I'm gonna take that off, which means that I know that I can. No, because I'm not on the thing anymore, and then oh god, all right. Let's do that, all right? Let me go here, I guess, right? And that's gonna be a rock. So we're gonna bop, 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 move that up, and we're gonna click on that, and we're gonna turn that off, and that's also a rock. So we're gonna go back to there. So obviously, I'm moving those up because in this process of merging, you merge things down to the thing below it, which brings it into the same subtool. Which, you know, kind of just cleans up the whole subtool space. Just go back and merge that down. But what other things could I talk about while I'm doing this dumb process? Because I'm an idiot. Actually, merge down. Alright, I think we're good to go. Oh no, because I'm also dumb. Okay. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna merge down on this boop, right? Which then means that if I go here. Perfect. Alright. Let's take that off. Okay, we are back in business. So let's see, this kinda, yeah, okay, let me see if I can, so in these other brushes that I have, not all of these are, you know what, that's not even, oof, oof, brush, load brush. I have another set of brushes that I purchased over here, monster brushes, right? So let's see if I can do maybe like this one. And if I open this brush, right? Let's see. It's gonna be how I want it. Actually, let me go to the body, increase the Dynamesh to like 64, 128, maybe 128 will be okay. Dynamesh, right? Like that, and go that, and go boop. Oh wait, hold on, like this, and then like this. Oh, I didn't turn Dynamesh on because I'm an idiot. There we go. Now smooth, and boop, and boop. We're gonna pretend that that worked. Now we're gonna go back to this brush. We're gonna go. Oh, I can make that way bigger. Also, this brush works differently than I thought it was going to. Okay. So what this brush is doing is kind of adding like some splotchy. Yeah, this. Look at that. Does that look like that? No. So we're gonna undo that. Go back to load brushes. What am I doing with myself? All right. It's another. Okay. This one's kind of instant, but again, not 100% what I was going for. So let's change from dots to drag, and then drag that on there. I'll have to figure that all out later. But yeah, just gotta keep adding rocks, I guess, huh? So boop, boop. No, we'll just keep it up. Wait, am I on? I am. Okay, that's better. Just try to keep talking me. Play some rocks, brushes. I guess we could talk about like me being dumb, procrastinating, dumb. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody procrastinates. I feel like mine is super serious, just because like get into like a mood, I guess, where I just don't want to do anything. But like obviously this is important because this is like going to be my future career, hopefully. But still young. I mean, obviously I have time to make mistakes, but now's not really the time to be making mistakes. Um, I mean, you learn from them, but I feel like there's some mistakes that you can just make in life where like you make them and it's kind of like checkmate, buddy. You know, like you messed up. There's really no coming back from this. Um, I feel like this is kind of one of them. Like, hey, hey you. Um, this is your, a demo reel portfolio piece. This is supposed to like, you know, not necessarily scouts per se, but people from companies are gonna look at this and be like, oh snap, this dude is making some cool stuff, I want him for my company. Maybe it's like, I don't know, Blizzard or Bethesda or like, I don't know, any AAA game company. Like obviously that's kind of like a dream, a daydream. Um, it could happen at some point, but not right out the gate. You feel? Um, I'm always down to start from the bottom, work my way up. Um, I mean, things like those. I mean, you really gotta, work your way up from the bottom. In this case, it would be modeling, modeling props, which is something that I need to kind of start doing. Obviously I'm doing this creature modeling, and I mean, in my opinion, this dude isn't turning out too bad. I feel like I gotta just pick up the pace with it. That's the whole procrastinating thing. But yeah, that'll come with time. I mean, just breaking bad habits. Some habits are harder to break than others. I feel like this one is one of those ones that is the harder of the things to break. Um, you procrastinate. You do things that are more fun. And now, don't get me wrong, this is fun to me. Like I'm having a blast doing this because I get like I said, get to make some like just really dope stuff. And I feel like my end game is like no matter what, I always want to be making cool things. Like, you know, example A, this. Like, if people could look at my work and be like, whoa, like, this is sick. This thing is like amazing, right? Like when I finish it and it's all done and retopoed and UV'd and textured, and, you know, rigged and posed and lit up, but also lit, like, dope. But, because I mean, I'm always looking at people's work on like ArtStation, and I'm not one of those people that looks at other people's work and compares myself to them, and they're like, oh, this person, like, I'm never gonna be able to like get on this person's level, like they're amazing. How am I ever gonna do something like that? Like, nah, like I don't know how many hours, how much, you know, for lack of a better word, blood, sweat, and tears they put into their work. They put in hours and hours and hours, and I'm just getting started. I'm little baby Paul, fresh out the modeling gate. Um, I still got time, you know. Um, I am 21 years old. I've been given an amazing opportunity to do something like this. I have parents who are supportive with whatever it was that I chose to do. You know, had an amazing upbringing. Just all that stuff. Like I'm not, you know, by any shape of the word struggling as of yet until I graduate and then I'm on my own. You know, um, which is fine. It's something that I need to do to grow up even more. There's things in life that I haven't yet experienced that I will be very soon because that's just how it is. I don't really know where I was going with that, but yeah, oh, that's what it was. Procrastination, other people. Um, yeah, people on ArtStation, man, they are amazing. But again, it's like I don't know how many hours they put in. You know what? If I had to take a guess, way more than me. Because they want it, you know. And it's not to say that I don't want it, but I find myself in these ruts of just purely raw laziness, and I don't know what it is, but it is a killer. Like, oof, oof, man. Like, why? Why can't I just like hop out of the funk, you know? But like, it's a serious thing. Like, I mean, other people have ways of breaking out of it, but it's gonna be different for everybody, obviously. Like, I was, I'm thinking about it now because watching a YouTube video of an artist on Instagram I follow. Her name is Onits, OHNIPS. If this video ever blows up, uh, check her out. Super dope. Does really cool art and stuff. But yeah, she was just talking about like art block and everybody's different, breaking out of a funk, and it's true. You know, when I first moved here, like I was saying, I got kind of depressed, like without me noticing. It took my friends telling me that I was depressed to know that I was, and but because of that, also it was just like a major art block. Like, not when I was starting the character modeling, but I was a traditional artist. Well, still am a traditional artist for the most part, in like digital. I just didn't want to do anything. I was just like, I'd pick up my pencil, my drawing pad, be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make something cool, and then I would like start drawing and erasing, and then, you know, I like to say that my art style is 20% draw, 80% erase, because that is pretty much the absolute truth for me. Um, but it's pretty crappy, because then like I would just put it down and be like, man, I suck. But how are you supposed to improve if you don't keep doing it? And I'm not trying to use the move tool, I'm just trying to get my other rock. Um, yeah, it's like, how are you supposed to improve if you don't just kind of just push through the funk? But I mean, I guess it's the whole reason why the funk is there, because it's kind of stopping you from just doing your thing, man. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I came into a funk there. I came into another funk with like this stuff. When it came to the 3D work, I was always proud of what I had made at the time, and then I can look back on it and be like, "Ooh, man, that is not good, buddy. Your opinion then invalid. No arguments. Invalid." Um, yeah. But yeah, now I'm doing stuff like this. I mean, even now, there's still a ton of room for improvement. Obviously, this doesn't match the reference 100%. I'm still working on stuff like that. I mean, the head might be too wide, sort of, yeah. I mean, if you look at like angles, try to match up the angle. I mean, there's going to be things that are off. The pose is different, but, that's just because I'm not going to model it with asymmetry like that for now. Listen to like speed sculpts that I'm not doing anything with. Um, but yeah, that's not it either. God, that's just my class assignment pages. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, like breaking out of a funk sometimes it can be pretty rough. Now I feel like there's no funk trying to break out of. It's really just like a procrastination issue, like I was talking about before. Um, Figuring out ways to break out of it. I feel like that's just like a growing up thing. When I realize, hey, Paul, you kind of need to do this if you want to succeed. Like, what are you gonna do? Work a 9 to 5, low-paying, bummy job for the rest of your life? No, that's not gonna bring you success. That's not gonna bring you, you know, the notoriety that you want. You know, and I feel like in all these cases, it's not a need, it's a want, it's like a desire. I would like to confidently say, what am I doing? Oh my God. I'd like to confidently say that everybody wants that fame and that fortune, you know, um, but not everybody is going to go out of their way to get it. They're just going to keep daydreaming about it and they're not going to do anything about it. And, I feel like I was maybe, not am, I was one of those people. I feel like even starting off doing something, you know, nerve-wracking like this, just recording and talking into space. This is a start, and this is a bigger step than a lot of those people and even my past self would never have done. Um, because again, they were just daydreaming about it and they were scared. And I mean, you know, I do feel like it's not scary. Feel like people are too afraid to fail at things, which is fine. You know, not gonna be like, oh, you're afraid to fail, what a loser. Because nah, failing sucks, man. If you want to put your all into something and then it just flops, I mean, that's gonna kill your motivation. That could possibly kill anybody's motivation. You got to be a really like special type of person to like pick yourself up off the ground after that and be like, nah, I still got this. And so the reality of it is that everybody's still got it. It's just you learn from your failures, uh, wipe that dust off, buddy boy, and hop back to it. You know. Um, in the words of one of my favorite YouTubers, you just gotta keep it going, man. You know. Uh, that's from Dashy Games. Check him out if you've never watched him. He's a very loud dude, but he is very funny, and I feel like he's very genuine as well. Um, yeah, I feel I get a lot of inspiration from a lot of people, YouTubers, whoever. Um, you know, uh, if I want to talk about character modeling and like why I got into this, that's a whole nother tangent. So there's a company called Rooster Teeth that is actually in Austin, Texas that I would love to work for, given the opportunity. But they're a very growing company, and my style as it is, I don't think fits their company. Although I could change it, but to fit their style. Uh, but I think that might take time. I'm not sure. Oh, let's not do that. But I'm doing it anyways. Oh God, save the file in there. Hold on. Um, desktop save replace. But yeah, I mean, maybe if you don't know the company, I don't know why you wouldn't if I say that you know these other things. But they make a show called Red versus Blue. They make a show called Ruby, which are two really, really awesome shows. But where I go off from there is that there is a man by the name of Monty Ohm who joined their company and in season 8 of RVB started animating for them. This dude was a legend. Like, man, I looked up to and respected him 1,000,000%, you know. I still do to this day. And he's the reason why I decided to go to Full Sail, to pursue, you know, this dream of, you know, becoming a character modeler. You know, he did animation, which is a separate offshoot, but nonetheless, I feel like he gave me the push to come to this school, just based off of seeing what he could do. Sadly, he is no longer with us, but he continues to inspire me every single day, man. Like, cannot tell you how much I respect this dude. You know, I met him at a New York Comic Con I went to. I think the year before he passed away. Um, I'm so glad I got to meet him in person. Just, man, genuinely nice, just legendary, you know. But he had a saying that, you know, to all of the people that know him, to all his fans, you know, keep moving forward, you know. A very heavy set combination of 3 words, packed full of meaning. You know, just keep moving forward. Okay? How hard times get, you know, how depressed you get, you know, you push past it. You keep moving forward. You know, you don't let anything stop you. You know, like, be hungry. Like, be hungry for success. You know, everybody is hungry for success. You cannot tell me you're not. You can't satisfy that hunger. There's no way. You know, you can ignore it. That's a different thing. But I don't think you can satiate that hunger, man. Like, it's pretty real. You know, obviously, like, if you want something, you're gonna go for it, like 100%. Um, I don't know, maybe this might be okay for the shoulders. Maybe I'll stop here, and then talk to my art director in like 5 or 6 hours. Let me add one more rock to fill in that gap. But yeah, man, uh, that hunger is a real thing for sure. If you want it, you're gonna go get it. It could be serious as getting that job and, you know, being successful, or, like, I don't know, getting that dream girl, or, you know, you set goals, I guess. Like, it could just be making it through the week. Maybe you are having the roughest week ever. Get through that week. You do it, boom, goal accomplished. You're killing it. Like, and the next week isn't as bad, and you're doing all right, you know. Um, but yeah, I mean, everybody's got it. Everybody's hungry for whatever they're hungry for, you know. It's just, it's like an innate survival instinct that every person has. Yeah. So to break topic, I am going to split all of these once again. Get like 1,000 little rocks. Get these little bad boys. We're gonna let's see. We're gonna move this down. We're gonna merge all of these down. Merge down. Yup. Yup. Excuse my silence while I merge all of these. You know what? Nah. Let's try and not be quiet. Let's just keep talking. But yeah. So yeah, Rooster Teeth, Monty Ohm, man, just legendary, man. What an amazing soul. Um, I can't believe that's all of them. Keep having this thing happen where bottom of the feet keep getting separated off of the main body for whatever reason. I don't know why though. It's kind of annoying me, but I could just talk to my director tomorrow. Figure that, or not tomorrow, in a few hours, and figure that out. So I can Command W brings everything into the same group. So I don't know if you caught that difference in color when I hit this before. Now it's all one, but then when I do the subtool thing up top over here, it just separates for some reason. Yeah. Just save over this. Yeah. Command N. There it is. Yeah. So I still have the rocks like on his butt. Some other stuff I gotta add over here. I just gotta add more detail to it. But so far this is coming along alright. I don't know how far along I am on this recording. How well this is gonna do. But yeah, I still want to keep working now, so I'm just gonna keep recording, keep talking. At least get all these rocks placed in, so that way it's not too far off from where I should be. But next, oh, and I gotta put the toes in there too. Should I do? Yeah, let me do that as well after. So, but yeah, man. Procrastination, all that junk. Pretty bummy. But like I said, get through it. Not to say that I am fully through. I'm still procrastinating like a Olympian. It's not a thing. What do I? What am I on? Get out of here. Bob. Wait, what is that though? It's annoying. What? I'll just take it off. I'm dumb. Alright. Yeah, you know, I'm not out of the procrastinating funk yet, but I'll get there for sure. Something will promise you there will be something at some point that kicks my ass out of this. Ooh, you know what? I didn't want to curse in this video, and I totally did, just because I have a pirate's mouth, man. Yeah. Anyways, there'll be something that kicks my butt out of this procrastinating funk, and I will just be like on fire 24/7. Like, bam, oh, I gotta get this done. Boosh, it's done. There's pretty much like every teacher I feel like at Full Sail, but like one of the main ones I think is Pedro Flores, man. He's got credits in all these movies and video games like you wouldn't believe, and he's just like awesome, man. I don't know how he does it. He teaches, he freelances, and he's a dad. Like, what? I feel like if I was him, my future children would hate my guts. They'd just be like, oh, dad's always working, and he never spends time with us, and I'm gonna hate him forever. And mom is number one, or something like that. I don't know, but nah, I feel like that spike is too big. Boop, boop. But yeah, I don't know, something along those lines. Just like, oh god, not looking forward to that if that ends up being a thing. My future kids hating me, not having kids. I feel like having kids would be pretty dope. But yeah, I don't know, man. Let's do this and then like bloop and then bleep. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that. There's probably more things around there though. So let me do that and then this and then add some more flair. Some more flair. Do 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 do. I know, an amazing singing, humming, whatever voice. Thank you very much. Uh, that's more of the chubbier rocks, like me. Um, yeah. Let's see. Procrastination, Rooster Teeth, Monty Ohm. It'd be cool to do like a podcast as well. Uh, but again, I need to learn to talk. Like I listen to podcasts all the time. Rooster Teeth and like their whole conglomerate of their company. They have a bunch of different people that create podcasts that I listen to all the time. And obviously they've been at it for like years and years and years. So I can't really say like, oh, they're just so good. And I mean, some of them were just good like right from the get go. But the main Rooster Teeth podcast, like if you listen back to some of those now, you could tell like audio wasn't as great as it is now. Obviously, they were recording somewhere totally different, and the equipment in the broadcast studio they have now is just like, oof, man. Look at you guys. Look at you guys growing up, like or like not growing up like condescending, but like how they've grown up into this like gigantic company. Uh, couldn't be prouder of them, really, from a fan point of view. Um, Pretty awesome stuff they're doing, man. Just doing stuff they love, and because of that, um, they get to work with people they've always wanted to work with. I don't watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but there's somebody that pitched a cartoon idea to them, and there's two guys that work there that are like super fans of Always Sunny, so they're like super hype, and then they're coming out with a new 3D show called Genlock, and Michael B. Jordan is voicing the main character. Like, what? Michael B. Jordan? Are you serious? Killmonger from Black Panther? Oof, man. Like, so proud of those guys. Um, Oof, little baby burp there. Uh, Whew. But yeah, man. Like, podcast or even just whatever. I don't know. I think the YouTube scene would be dope. I mean, I'm definitely going to be doing it, though. It's something that me and my friend have been talking about. So, we'll for sure be doing it. It's just a matter of when we'll have the time. Because obviously, when we move to Austin, we're, you know, working to pay for rent to survive together. Obviously, right now I'm kind of coasting because I've got, what you would call daddy's money, but I never take it for granted. Not a second goes by where I don't appreciate this man. It's my hero for sure. If I could be half the man he is, I am doing something extremely right in my life for sure. This dude is just, man, God, he is a legend, man. He is a legend. My father, man. My mother as well. Oof, voice crack. God, man. I'm out here being like 21 and my voice is so cracking. I call it eternal puberty. But that's a side note. But yeah, just a legend of a father, man. Um, has been and always will be there for me. Cannot thank him enough. But yeah, like I was saying, after that, I will be on my own. I don't have that sort of financial flow, whatever you want to call it, coming my way. I will be working to make money to survive. No more of that. No more of him helping me. Unless like for some reason I do need it, but I really would rather never have to go back to that. Just from a personal standing. But yeah. Yeah, so Austin, my bro, YouTube. I just could not be more excited to get out and just try it, Whether it's a flop or not, I feel like it's going to be a blast anyways. We always have a good time. Just messing around and what have you. Just a real bro. Let's see. So let's go Q. Let's throw over the reference. Probably bigger, but what do you guys think? Put it in the comments how you think I'm doing. Just kidding. Nobody's watching. But Um, and if you do comment in the future, I will probably be way beyond this and might not even need the criticism. Or well, no, the criticism's always good. I'm definitely a believer in constructive criticism, um, and harsh constructive criticism, as long as it's constructive and it gives me a direction on where to go. You know, if you're like, oh, oh, man, you really got to do this, this, and this, or like, oh, this part needs, this part's not good, and this part's not good, burr, 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 burr. And you walk away. What you're doing there is you're tearing down a building and you're leaving the rubble. But if you're like, all right, this part's really not good, but I think you could do this, or maybe use this brush and do this kind of dealio, and do, maybe try this and this. You're tearing down my building, but you are at that point clearing the rubble and laying down a new foundation for me to build upon. I'm all about the personal growth. I appreciate any kind of criticism, like I said, as long as it gives me a sense of direction on where I need to be going for what I'm working on. Because what's the point in, hurting someone's feelings, I guess. Like, I mean, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I couldn't care less. But, if you're going to tell me my thing sucks, tell me what about it sucks, and then what I can do to make it not suck, I guess, like, something like that. Man, that really goes for anything. I see people in my school that are just pretty rough, It's a little nasty about the criticism. When I criticize, I'm like, hey, listen, I think this part needs work, but how about you try out this brush, because I feel like you could use this technique and then this, and then, and then you could probably switch over to this brush and then build up upon that, and, I think it would look a lot nicer, but that's up to you, And, you finish it up with like a, that's my opinion, it's not, you need to do this, it's, I think that that would look nice, but, maybe it doesn't. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Oh man, God forbid the person giving you criticism is wrong, right? Oof. Say it again for the people in the back. Oh, person in the back, maybe I will. What if the person giving you criticism is wrong? Now, clearly there was some salt and spite in that. It's because, I've gone through that a few times. I'm talking, not, there it is, split. Boosh. Oh, hey, look what split again. My favorites. Oh, wait, what's this? Kaiju body. No, that's the thing, man. Look at this. Why? Why does it do it? I don't understand. It's ridiculous, man. Go over here, and I'm gonna go bin, and I gotta go merge, and I gotta. It's like I don't understand why it does it. And it goes like boop, and then it's good again. But like, obviously you can see like this. They're two different colors, and then you go Command Shift Drag. This is to man, what's the word? What's the word? To mask. Idiot Paul. You mask over areas, which means that using brushes and stuff won't affect that geometry. But if you mask over everything, right, then you hit Command W, it brings everything into the same group, right? So see that those colors disappear. But like I was saying, when I put in those rocks, it just gets rid of them all. I don't understand what that is. But yeah, so I mean that's just like an annoying thing. I don't know what that is, but who cares? Shift W. So this is a rock. These are rocks. You know what? Let me just Let me just merge all these down. Right? Merge down. Merge down. Merge down. Merge down. Okay, cool. Gotta say, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. It's getting there, sorta. Um, hmm. So now what I need to do is I'm gonna clear some space. I'm gonna delete these because these were other rocks that I made prior. That I no longer need anymore because I made them into brushes. So there's no point in keeping them around because I already have them. They're just taking up space in my subtool palette. What else I'll do though? On this bad boy. What is my active points? I'm gonna go to the play build up. So what that's gonna do, I'm gonna do one of these. It's like, whoa, huh. Look at that, and boost. Do I have? I hate myself. Wait for it. I hate myself. There we go. One of these. One of these little. So actually, hold on, real quick. Okay, symmetry on. Before I start doing work, and then it's out in symmetry, so it's not affecting the other side. Then I want to die. Alright. Let's do one of these, do a little quick one of these. These. Yeah, maybe something like that. That'll be okay for now. In the reference, I do have webbing though that I'll have to add. I'm gonna add that later. Obviously, there's a bunch of the face I gotta do. I gotta add the teeth as well. Man, I feel like I said, I've been procrastinating, so it's like I'm not super behind, but I could be a lot farther if I wasn't lazy. But you know, like I said, that'll be a funk that I need to try hard to break out of, and then maybe there will just be something that really lights a fire under me, and you know, really gets me going. Also, let's just say blah blah blah. You're like, oh man, whoa, it's really out of my space. Just hit F, boosh, centered, baby. Save again, place. Yeah. Alright, I am tired. I know I said I was going to make those toes, but those toes are going to get made when I'm in class. So, I guess for now I'm done babbling. I'll probably make another video like this soon. Maybe tomorrow night, maybe 2 nights from now. But it's gonna happen. I definitely pushed myself to do this tonight. So I think this is the start of something. 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 Anyways, it's been cool babbling, I guess, and maybe getting better with this whole thing. Uh, it's your boy, Paul Donk. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.